said though, and I asked you if we'd make it far. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said no, 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 no. No, 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 you should. I've earned the cost and now I've paid it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please don't go. I know my face a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, both know I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said,
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. It's good to see you all. Today is August 23rd, 2023, 7:45 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's good to see you all in chat. Love having you all here. I appreciate it. You could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here with me. Thank you. It's good to see you all. Thank you. Thank you all for the hellos and the warm wishes. So, it's been a very, very busy day, and I haven't got to dig in a lot of things, but I did want to go over a few things with you. Now, the other day, there was Brooke from Crime Lines and Lies had went on um, a channel, and the channel had asked for receipts and all that, and I wanted to respectfully show the channel that there had been I guess Candace had told that it was all the father's fault, and on her first two children or whatever, and trying to explain it away. And I got some information. I've still got a lot of things that I have to go through. And by the way, if there is anyone in Tennessee who would like to help me, please email me, because I need some papers pulled, if you don't mind. If there's anyone in Tennessee, I would really, really, really love your help. So thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. I love Brooks too. Brooks is very cool. So, and I wanted to go over a few things. Oh, by the way, I talked to Josh from the lab earlier, and he wanted to tell everyone that his dog has, been kind of ill lately, and he's had to kind of delay his live. So he just wanted to offer his apologies for that. And he hates doing that, obviously, but you got to take care of what's around you first. So I just wanted to let everyone know that. So give some love to Josh and his much loved Pooch, if you don't mind. about that. So I did want to show this, and we'll get started with it. And this is more of just a commentary live. We're going to see where it goes. It's not really a regular planned live like I normally have because I've just been insanely crazy busy. Um, Here we go. All right. Well, there we go. Hopefully it'll let me. All right. So this right here, I'm not sure if y'all can see this, but Candace has given birth to 7 children, at least that we, by all accounts, 7 children. And her first two that it goes to the old saying, your past is a very good indication of your future. It doesn't mean that you can't change. It doesn't mean anything like that. I'm not saying that, but have we seen change in the behavior of the Wells? And that's not up for, I have my opinion on that, and I'll let you give your opinion on that. But anywho, okay, so Candace had 2 children. I knew the other night whenever that was going on because I see you and I have spoke to someone very, very, very close to Candace's 2 birth children, 2 of her first children that she gave birth to. Maybe that's the way I should say it. And I knew that it wasn't it wasn't, I mean, the guy who Candace was with, he may have been abusive, neglectful, all of that, but Candace equally played her role in this, and the charges don't lie. I have redacted the last name out because that's what we have to do. So on August 27th, 2002, Candace was arrested for child abuse intentionally to cause harm to a child. When you intentionally try to hurt a child, that should beam uh, red flags everywhere, right? I don't even know where my red flag is, but I don't know where my red flag is, but it's around here somewhere. And this was her first child. Number one, when she was charged and arrested for this, she was 8 months pregnant. She was 8 months pregnant. She had a baby that she was arrested for of intentionally causing harm. Now I'm thinking about what went on those 4 kids after seeing Dawn with the 4-year-old and Candace with Smiley. People show you what they want you to see. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is absolutely right. What is it, Lisa? Um, so she was, and not only that, when this happened, she had drugs in her system. So while Lisa, I know you know everything. We know you know everything. Kumbaya. Do it on your channel, please. Please just do it on your channel. You said I was rude to you the other night or a couple weeks ago. You emailed me this long thing. I would never been rude to you or anything. Yeah, Lisa says everything is, yeah. Just please get her out. Um just get her out. Um I can't deal with that right now. I never get rude to people. I think that's the first time I've ever like really even talked to a person even like that in 2 years. So, look it up. So, anyway, so paraphernalia. So while she is, it is my first time, probably. Yeah. I mean, this woman knows Rose Bly. Three. I mean, the woman the other day said she solved Rose's case. She said she solved Rose's case. If you was in Prayer Garden's chat when she wrote that, if you remember, put it in chat so you know I'm not lying. She said she solved Rose's case. And the only thing I said was, "Oh, well the police might want to know about that." I don't know how they can defend monsters. Funny face, you remember it. Yeah. Thank you, Nurse Sandy. Thank you. I never get like this with people, but um she was in some groups and they freaking blocked her for that. I mean, it's just like it's just crazy. Thank you so much, Nurse Sandy. So yeah, if you solved it, how is she still missing? Well, I mean, I'm sure the police would like to know. Jesus, Mary, and Josephine. I'm telling you, it's like Lisa knows Rose isn't alive. I mean, I've really, really tried to be nice to that woman. But don't come in my chat. You have a channel, go do it on your own channel. You know what? Go do it on your own channel. I do it on my own channel. You do it on your sister. Um, Anywho, so but if you solved it like you said, and I have the screenshots, go ahead. We can send them to, Wisconsin. All right. So anyway, during August 27th of 2002, uh, she was pregnant, 8 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, and she had possession of, or she had paraphernalia possessions. Paraphernalia possessions. So whenever you have one, as they say, one on ya and one in ya, and you're getting arrested for intentionally causing harm to a child. And not only that, Lisa, let me tell you something. There is another one of Candace's out there with her 4 children in Tennessee right now that she has a letter, since you know everything, she has a letter that she can show you the reason why they took the 4 away. And it was because of neglect. So it's not a surprise that this happened in 2002 and 2021 and every single kid in between. Okay? Okay. Let me fix my lipstick. Hold on. All right. She was arrested for disorderly conduct and reckless endanger safety, first degree Burnett County court case. She was also in February 21st, 2003, arrested by Grantsburg PD disorderly conduct. 8/12/2003, arrested for disorderly conduct and probation violation, Burnett County Court. Arrested 9/15/2003. This is also, yeah, lipstick drop. Put some lipsticks in chat for me. Put some lipsticks in chat. Remember, Rose called CPS on Candace because even her sister knew she wasn't capable. She absolutely does. She absolutely does. 9/15/2003, arrested on probation warrant. Warrant issued for a no contact violation. What's the lipstick for? Because we're awesome like that. All of you are awesome like that. That's what the lipstick is for. I'll show that in a minute. Whoever causes bodily harm to another by an act done with intent to cause bodily harm to the person or another without the consent of the person so harmed is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor here. I'm going to drop this link for those of y'all that want to look at the Wisconsin laws on like child neglect and stuff. There you are. So there is that. There's that. Jody Sue was actually showing some receipts today, and I appreciated her showing those actually. And I'll show you those in a little bit as well. Let's see here. I want to talk about those 911 calls as well. Why hasn't the 911 calls been released? I want to hear your thoughts. Put some of your thoughts in chat. Why do you think the 911 calls hasn't been released? Some people say because it's still an open investigation. That hasn't stopped. They usually release 911 calls first thing as for transparency. Uh, Stephanie, that's very interesting. That's very interesting you said that. Uh, Let me see here. I see you says Justin, no charges filed for Candace's ex during the time she was arrested for child abuse. Isn't that interesting as well? So he wasn't charged. No charges filed while Candace was neglecting and being charged for neglect for her first two children. And the reason I know about this is because ICU and I have spoke with someone extremely close. We told them that we would never tell their story, but we do know what we know, and that's how we know about this. Thank you, ICU. Uh, so I'm getting a lot of people who saying calls are evidence. Uh, they're saving for court. Could be a minor that called to use in the court of law. Evidence, they are holding them tight to the vest. I think one of the boys may have called 911. Maybe they're holding something close to call only a person suspect would know. Okay. I don't think they can release them while the Amber Alert is out. Well, yeah, they did say that as a family member. I do. Okay. All the receipts should have been brought out long time ago and things would. Yeah, but to be honest with you, there is so much of Don and Candace, of their lives that they have hurt, children that they have really hurt, neglected, that it's there. And it is in so many states. That is what Don and Candace are known for. They get in trouble, the heat gets on them in one state, they move to another. They create chaos wherever that state is, whatever state they're in, they move to the next. They create chaos in that state, they move to the next. So, it's just is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just who these people are. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We have about 1,100 in here right now. We have 597 likes. Come on, let's get it up. I would appreciate it. So, got kicked. Sorry about that. Uh, my internet's been a little wonky. I don't know what's going on with it. So, Justin, what did that say? Lisa said, would law enforcement release a 911 call if Candace was drunk? Yes. Yep. Yep. Drunk has nothing to do with it that at least that I have ever heard of personally. I don't think that would ever change anything. But let's go to the only thing we have is the dispatch call, right? The dispatch. And it's very short and it says very few words. But I tell you what, I hadn't heard this in a long time. And when I heard it, my heart sank, to be honest with you. Like my heart really, really sank because I don't know, it just kind of brought me back to the early days of this case. Let's listen to it.
And 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
All right, I'm going to play that one more time. And what I want is I want to hear your thoughts on what is the most interesting part of that little phone call to you, and then we're going to get in it.
And 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now. And 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
Okay. So there is a few different things when it comes to this call, right? It says, let me go to my screen here. You'll be en route to 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek. It will be the first resident on the right in reference to a missing 4-year-old. The 4-year-old is obviously wrong. They corrected that in the beginning. My first thoughts is they didn't get it wrong. I think Don and Candace got it wrong, to be quite honest with you. Was she 4 or was she 5? Don didn't know her birthday. Don didn't even know his child's birthday. So I don't think, in my personal opinion, I might be completely wrong. They may have gotten it wrong, but I think probably the parents got it wrong. Because obviously we have asked, for those of you that's been here on the Summerwells case for a long time, a year and a half ago or so, Dawn was asked, the birthday. And so if he doesn't know the birthday, he probably doesn't know her age, right? The timeline is way off, Trina, way off. And then it says, let's pop it. The parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk. Now, that has been very confusing for all of us for 2 years. Was that something that was initially said and that the story changed once the police got there? Or, again, was that misinformation that the dispatch either misunderstood Dawn and or Candace or whoever gave the phone call or calls? We'll get to that in a moment. Or did the person say that was on the line? How do you not know how old your child is? I wouldn't know. And it says the parents have called in advised. Well, yes, it does say that. Now, I have also thought about this, that they mean the parents had went on a run, like, oh, I'm going to run to the grocery store, I'm going to run down the road, right? So I thought it could have been even something like that. Maybe there was one call from Dawn, and Candace was sitting there talking also. Very possible. I will be the first to tell you my opinion that I do not believe Dawn was at work all day on June 15, 2021. Do I have absolute proof of that? No, I don't. I don't. But there are things, even Cher said that Dawn told her that he wasn't at work all day on June 15th. Fred Hill said that he saw Andy not Andy, well, he said he saw Andy too, but saw Dawn on June 15th in the early morning around 8 or 9 o'clock. He was pulling into his driveway with the boys. H told CM that TBI said Dawn work couldn't collaborate. Where was the whole day? That is correct too, Amy. Absolutely. That's another thing. So it's these little things that we learn as we go, very, very, very slowly. But nonetheless, it's these little things that we learn that chips away at their story. Of course, law enforcement knows a hell of a lot more than we do, obviously. Than we do, and they should, hopefully, right? I never thought he worked either, Justin. Yeah, I don't think. I think he took that car to work after something happened. So there could be some sort of GPS or something like that. Maybe I don't. That's the only thing I can think of. How do we know what Dawn does? Who knows? Camille, thank you, my love. 11 months. You are so precious, Camille. Thank you. I love you. You need to call me or text me or send a pigeon carrier or something. It'd be nice. I'm here. Hope you're well, sweetheart. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Ziggy V says maybe that's when she left with Summer and came back without her. Yes. I've always have felt like maybe there was a transfer sometime during that day. 3 times Candace spotted eyewitness 3:30 Laura, Fred 4:30, Chad Arnold 5:30, Candace alone on camera at St. Clair gas station. Yes. Tell me something. Now, I have heard this. I don't know. At the St. Clair gas station, I have heard that Candace went to the bathroom in the St. Clair gas station. And when she went to the bathroom, after everything, started, the investigation started, that they you know, closed off that bathroom and it's still closed off. Does anyone know if it was closed off for a significant period of time? Does anyone live in, that area close that's ever been to that gas station? Is it still closed off, or was it closed off for a significant amount of time? It would be interesting to hear that. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here on my thing. Was evidence found in that bathroom? I don't know. I really don't know. The only thing, maybe that's where I heard it, Grace. That's what Don B said. Okay, maybe that's where I heard it. Guidance, thank you so much, my love. Thank you for becoming a channel supporter. Everyone, welcome Guidance to the family. Welcome so much, Guidance. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dear. What she doing at that gas station? God, I just got hillbilly. Gas station. Gas station. God. I'm proud of my roots. Um you never heard that? Yeah. It was Don B that said that, I think, if you're right. Wait, I am way behind in chat, y'all. Uh oh, Red honey, I hope you feel better. You take care of yourself, okay? Get some rest. Um Don B, I believe, knows, and Duchess props to her as she has a lot of info. That Duchess, because she hasn't released that interview yet, has she? I don't think she's ever released that. Duchess, release that. Come on. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Because that is really, that the person that the attendant that was working there that would be valuable information. How was Candace acting that day? How did she look? Was she with anyone? Did she stay a long time? You know, all of that. And I'm sure that they have camera footage as well, right? Uh, let's see here. I heard that Candace threw out some of Summer's toys in the trash. Never heard that. Hawkins County has nothing in 2 years. Give me Evelyn Boswell case. He was missing. I mean, she was missing 3 months before it was reported, but they were able to get an arrest. Yes. Is Dutchie in here? Yes, I see you. Duchess does have that. I love Duchess. She's a good soul. Don B said this BS, but yet never came with seats like the. Well, I mean, that's what I was asking. I don't know if I didn't know if it was, I didn't know who said it, first of all, but till someone reminded me. And then, but I want to know. I mean, she was there. We do know that much, right? Uh, Stop Claire. St. Clair is on the way to Bulls Gap, Tennessee, exit 23 on I-81 interstate that gives you access to Knoxville and North Bristol. Chases a lot of squirrels. Well, there's a lot of squirrels in this case, but there's 3 that are the most suspect, in my opinion. Station told Don B that law enforcement went there the next day. Maybe her phone pinged there. Well, Candace, why don't you really tell us how many times you went out that day? That would be good. That would be good. Here, I've got I'll show you the timeline that I got. Let me pull it up. Oh, let me finish this. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Okay. So the parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, and that's where we got distracted talking about, did she go for a run? And that's where we got on the gas station. And now they can't find her. They have been yelling for her. She has been gone for about 10 minutes. That last part right there, she's been gone about 10 minutes. Now, I don't think dispatchers got that wrong. I mean, 10 minutes. I think that is what whoever made that phone call or phone calls said. My person was in town, so it was not local, it was verified. Um, sorry, I missed your other comment, Smiley. I don't know what you said in reference to that. I apologize. Candy was talking to Daisy on live one night and said she did not want to go downstairs. She did not want to fall down in the dark hole a few lives ago. She said the stairs are new but no handrails. That is correct. They got new stairs, but they do not have handrails. Thank you, Kate. Um oh, Camille, honey, you call me. We're always here. You know I'm always here. You just call me anytime, any hour. The clouds don't stay out forever. Remember that. No rainbow, no rain. Or right, no rain, no rainbow. That's what it is. Um, I would believe a dispatcher over Don and Candace. I would believe a Muppet over Don and Candace. A Muppet. A Muppet, a puppet, anything. Justin, can you talk with Fred? He said something about Summer being in a cave. Um, we'll go over that call. I don't know how exactly he said it. That I think he said Cotton said she was in a cave, maybe, but I don't think. I don't think. Oh, Camille, honey, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your support. It really means a lot. Thank you, truly. Let's give Camille a thanks. And if you were awarded one of the 5 memberships, please thank her. It's very sweet of you. If you go check reviews out from customer at the St. Clair gas station, they say 3 years ago the bathroom was closed because the owner doesn't like to clean them after the people, but the food is pretty tasty. That's awesome. Listen, I don't like to clean bathrooms, but I can make a bitchin' burger, right? But then again, that Summer has been moved, and I honestly uh don't believe she's anywhere near Tennessee. That's why, something. The way that EquiSearch, the feeling that I got, they don't want to tell anyone where they're searching or going to be searching because people can move remains. Obviously, we know that with a lot of cases, right? And it kind of felt like they felt like, oh, it's very possible that Summer could have been moved. It wouldn't surprise me. And we know that Dawn was left, I don't know, it was like a month maybe after Summer went missing. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was Kentucky. And he's also went to, he's got signs in front of, welcome to Oklahoma, and he's been to Florida and all around. So, but God can unearth anything, whether even if Don and Candace aren't involved in it. I believe it's going to be solved. Hey Iris, good to see you, honey. So where is the log cabin? Are you talking about the one that's supposed to be up on like a hill? Hawkins has plenty of experience with the wells, while even the parents call her 4 years old, but many things stick out about the call. Yes. Well, see, I am so easily distracted. I'm Dory in real life, y'all. Seriously, I'm Dory. Even from Finding Nemo, I'm like, oh, swim away, Uh, but the last part, she's been gone for about 10 minutes now. Let's go to the timeline. Let me show you the timeline. And I apologize if you hear a kitten in the background. She's insane. All right. So we're gonna go to, I wonder if I can zoom in. Mango, chill out. All right. And I don't think I can zoom. Let's see if I can zoom like this. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right. So you guys can see it a little better. So at around 2 to 2:30 is she, per Candace, dropped off Hunter, right? So between 2 and 3, the picture of Summer Wells with the milk jugs was, quote, exactly how that baby was before they left. Now, the problem with that is I need to update that, because that we now know is a lie. Allie lied about seeing Summer. And I'll tell you what, if Allie would have gotten her Rufus up and walked out there, things may be even different today just by that. Just by that. Okay. Per Candace Bly Wells, Summer Wells fell asleep about 5 minutes down the road with her arm up, and that they were 2 minutes from the house. When she took her arm down, she was asleep, leaning on the milk jugs. Now, this is the timeline that we have from, like Candace, Dawn, everyone in there. Now, Laura was on Prayer Gardens the other night, and she said some things that I had never, sometimes about when she seen Andy, that she thought that they passed Candace while they were heading out on some road, and we'll try to get to that. I see you. If you're in here, if you can text me the timestamp, I sent it to you this morning of that video when Laura's talking. We'll play it because it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Laura, Fred's girlfriend, yes. And oh, am I here? Okay, I thought I just knocked it off. Mango. Oh my God, my cat. I'm telling you, y'all. Okay. So 3:15. Candace says, when we got to the house, we unlocked the gate. We unlocked the gate, right? Let me see if I got it here. Okay. Because that time, they have a gate. They used to lock it at this time, which is another. You could say it's a security measure, but it's nobody could drive up there if the gate is locked, right? During this time. But anyway, we unlocked the gate, went up, and I woke her up. She got up, I unbuckled her, and she got out of the car. That's at 3:15. 3:30 p.m. Per Don Wells, he stated in an interview that all their phones were wiped from this point forward. From this point forward, which to me, red flags are going off when I see that not one phone, not two phones, three phones, and your daughter just happens to go missing. Why didn't they wipe them out from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.? Why 3:30 onward? Now, they could have done this for two reasons. Don and Candace could have wiped them out. They would have still been able to probably get the information regardless. Second of all, authorities could have wiped them out so it screws up their times. That way they have to rely on their head. That way they can't, because in my opinion, after the first couple days, I think they was starting to look a little sideways at Don and Candace. In fact, let me see if I can find it here. All right, which you really can't see it very good down here. Oops. How do I want to go back. Okay. Well, anyway, that's Summer's toe right there. I'll show you guys later, but it's Candace was sending it to Jody Sue and stuff, but it says the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reports no new leads in the case and has not ruled out foul play. So there is growing scrutiny on everyone close to the child. That was within we'll say a couple weeks of Summer going missing. It's in this little box down here. I know it's very hard for y'all to see it. Right here in this little box right here. That's when they were growing more, in my opinion, suspicious of the Wells. Stephen, I'm not sure why you were timed out. Or sorry, Steph. Steph, I'm sorry you were timed out. It must have been an accident. I'll have I see you just let me know who did that and make sure it was an accident. So I do apologize, Steph. I'm a mod in a lot of channels, and I'm constantly on my phone, when I'm modding and stuff. And like you can have it in your pocket, or, your fingers can just, so it can happen very easily. Okay, Julia says exactly, just exactly, that they can't memorize their phone, text, and calls, so it will be used in court on how they lie versus the text. Exactly. That is exactly right. Yep. I think that could be a very good reason why. But of course, they've got the information, they've downloaded them and then potentially wiped them out, because they're not going to wipe them out, in my opinion, unless they suspect these parents are being nefarious. She's got, at this point, she had, charges for neglecting children in other states. She's got children, sorry, my cat, being taken away from at birth because she's literally methed out. Find her and move on. So, Nessie, did you get to text me that? Let me find that. Just 1 second. My phone is like literally crazy right now. All right. So there's, growing scrutiny around that. Now let's go back to this timeline, and then we're going to go to the video about some things Laura said the other night. But we're going to talk about that 10-minute frame, right? That 10-minute frame when the call goes off. So where were we? Between 3:30 and 4:15, per Candace and Grandis, the boys, or they grabbed the boys who had been home alone the entire time to help with the groceries. Now, if you need help with the groceries, you got more. I mean, if you need, multiple people to help with groceries, you didn't go in for 5 minutes, like Candace said. Now, Hunter H says she was in there probably close to an hour. Now, that's, 5-10 minutes versus an hour. That is a significant difference. That's like 2 different stories. Hey, Jess, good to see you, honey. So I tend to believe H on that it's going to be closer to the hour mark. Because if you need groceries and you need people to help carry them, well, then you bought several bags of groceries. Also, Candace and Grandis, they said they needed to sort them, if you remember that. So if you need to sort them, you got a significant amount, which means that H and Summer would have been in that car in the middle of Tennessee summer in June. Summer wrapped up in long sleeve fall winter wear. That's incredibly dangerous, in my opinion. A car can get hot very quickly, very, very quickly. Okay, so anyway, they separated the groceries. Per Candace Bly Wells, they go into the house, sort out Candace and Grandis's groceries. Grandis took hers and went over to her trailer on the property to put things away. Candace Bly Wells and Summer Wells stayed in the house and put away groceries, watched TV off and on, and hung out with the boys. Candace Bly Wells then started some laundry. Next thing, per Candace Bly Wells, steps outside, sees Grandis on her steps of the trailer looking at some plants on the ground, and tells Candace Bly Wells they need to be transplanted into bigger pots. Now, I want to ask you this. How old is Grandis? I don't even know her, how old she is. But anyway, they got up super early, very early, and booked it to the hospital that morning, right? They had a long day. You know, it's so it's awful to sit in emergency rooms and wait for prescriptions and all that. So, Grandis, apparently she's not feeling good. Her leg's not feeling good. She sits in the emergency room. Then they go to the pharmacy, and then they allegedly go to the water hole, and then they drop H off, and then they go to the watering hole, then they go to the grocery store, and then they drop H off, and then they go. That's a long day. Do you think Grandis, after her legs hurt and everything, do you think she's going to be worried about planting a damn succulent? Would after a day like that, and she doesn't look like she's got a big priority list of cleaning things and organizing things. She doesn't look very compulsive in that area. Are you going to be worried about, oh, we better put these in these pots? You're not going to give a shit. You've had a long day. The grocery store is going to wipe her out, let alone the hospital and everything else, right? And then we later learned that she was napping as well, conveniently, right? She is not going to be there and be like, oh, we need to put these pots up. Let's go ahead and do it. No, don't believe it. But it gets even more ridiculous. Candace Bly Wells So Grandis is on her step of the trailer looking at the plants on the ground and tells Candace Bly Wells they need to be transplanted into bigger pots. Summer Wells comes out and plants with Candace Bly Wells and Grandis for 30 to 50 minutes. Now listen, if there's anything that I love to do in life, it's garden. That is one of my life's work. It's my passion. I love it. I have a greenhouse. If it takes you 30 to 50 minutes to pot those up, something is very wrong. It's not going to take 30 to 50 minutes to do that at all. That is just a filler. That story, in my opinion, is nothing more than a filler. Thank you. Make me laugh too. That's very kind of you. That's all it is. Wash hands BS. She looks like wash hands peppermint fave. Yeah. Yes. Told her to go in and wash her hands. Now, we saw Summer's hands in the milk, the milk photo, the last known photo / video that we ever saw of Summer. And her hands are filthy there. They're filthy there. But I did get to thinking, guys, maybe they was going to play in the pot or something like that. I don't know, but I think, hear me out here. If Summer was playing in that water, right, for 20, 30 minutes or whatever, her fingernails are not going to be that dirty. Water, it's constantly diluting the dirts and the oils and everything off of your skin, right? What if Summer was playing outside, playing on her swing, and her hands were dirty? Her hands were dirty. Or there was flower planting, but those pictures, no, I don't think it would work. I mean, it might. I don't know. I thought maybe it just came to me when I was talking. Those pictures, that video was taken after Summer was at home playing, gardening with dirt under her hands, because her hands are so dirty, under her nails are so dirty. And it would look like she would have been playing, like gardening. But the milk is still in there. But also, here's the thing about Dawn. Some of you might know this. Some of you. Hey, Jesse. Summer dug up the plants at the park, in my opinion. Okay. So let me get to that in a minute. I'll tell you about that in a second. We're doing brainstorming right now, and we're going to get to that, I promise. Dawn takes milk to work every day. He takes at least a gallon of milk to work every single day. Okay? He doesn't refrigerate it. If you've ever heard of that, and know that, put a 1 in the chat. If you know Dawn takes a gallon of milk to work every day and it's unrefrigerated. I know, Rach. Ew. But he does. He takes a gallon of unrefrigerated milk to work every single day. Now, I was thinking, what if they, Summer was playing outside and something may have happened to Summer or whatever, and that is when they took a picture of Summer, right? We normally think that Summer and Grandis and Candace are on their way home. Let's consider as nothing more than a theory speculation that Grandis and Candace and Summer and all the boys, they were at home, they were gardening, they were playing. Like Candace is saying, something happens, and then they put Summer in the back of the car, back of the truck, and that's why we see her dirty hands like that. And she is sending a picture to Dawn or a video to Dawn because she's going to get clearance from Dawn. She said she woke up from her nap, opened her trailer door, and saw Candace hand Summer off to Dawn. That was the last time she saw Summer, per Candace Wells, to an old lady at a conversation on the phone. She said she woke up from her nap. You mean Grandis? Opened her trailer door, obviously it's Grandis, and saw Candace hand Summer off to Dawn. That was the last time she saw Summer, per Candace Wells, to an old lady on a conversation on the phone. Yeah. There had to be a handoff. Had to be a handoff, in my opinion, of something. Sorry, my computer's trying to freeze, y'all. If I pop down, I'll pop right back up. Okay, so if I kind of freeze, I'll just bear with me a minute. I didn't know math heads drink milk. Yeah, they got to. Got to keep the bone strong. All right. Everyone's saying Val, bingo, Val, pretty much. What did Val say? Val, where are you? It's for the stomach acid for his alcohol. Oh. Yes, it's for Don's ulcer. Where's Don's ulcer screen name when you need him? I think it's Trev. He has a screen name and he goes under Don's ulcer. It's hilarious. I think it's Trevor. It might not be Trevor, but I think it's Trevor. She's also said we come out in news interviews. There is so much that doesn't make sense and so much that most people would never do. It's so hard to relate. It is. And that's why this may be one of, Stephanie, do I think something happened at home? You know something? On June 15th of this year, forgive me, Candace was live on Jinky's panel. And they were down at the horse pond. Candace saw the horse pond and it triggered her like I've never seen Candace triggered like that, other than Smiley. No offense, Smiley. But I'm talking about like emotionally. Like she was it immediate tears, and you could tell it brought up something in her. Um, Now Daisy will say, "Well, that's the person I see all the time when I look in her eye." But I feel like it's more, and that is the only time I thought, "Damn, something may have really happened at the watering pond. Something may have happened." Guys, I'm very behind on comments. I apologize. Um, Justin, I tell you, the milk jug photo was taken last. Video is first. Hint, hint. Yes, but I feel like that photo and that video was taken very much intentionally. Because when Candace is talking, she's like, does she still got her arm up? It's like it's very manufactured. Very manufactured, it feels like. Oh, does she still got her arm up? No. Oh, okay. Kind of like that. It's very what's the word am I looking for? It just feels very manufactured. It felt, it felt like when you're a kid and like your brother, your sister, your cousin's over, and like you're trying to start a conversation and hoping they'll get it. They'll get the conversation and they'll go along with it. It's like, oh, don't you remember? I didn't eat the last cookie. Was it you, Mark? Kind of like that. So that's just the way I felt about it. My opinion, though. I can never tell a word these guys are saying. Let's see here. She broke down on Dr. Phil too, didn't she? She broke down on Dr. Phil only because they were asking her questions about her daughter. And that was when she said, I feel like they're interrogating me again. I feel like they're interrogating me again. Now, you tell me, what mother feels like they're being interrogated when they know that they had, according to them, they had nothing to do with it? Listen, if I'm a parent, God forbid any of us, our kids go missing, God forbid, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Imagine I would be like, what do you need to know? What information can I feed you? Tell me. Let's get on with it. You got questions? I got answers. Come on. Let me, not, I feel like they're interrogating me again. And the reason she felt like she was being interrogated, in my opinion, is because she was being interrogated before. You were, Candace. You were. Because I know that they see through your BS. They see through it. 1,000%. They see through it. Just like before they took you for that lie detector test and the female officer got right in front of your face, put you right beside of that car, and said, what did you do? Right, Candace? Guaranteed. because that's exactly what they did. Very scripted, yes. All right, let me catch up on some of these comments. Letitia Stout did the same thing with Gannon. Letitia, she wouldn't show her face, but it was Letitia Stout. That was a very hard case. I couldn't cover. I just couldn't cover Gannon's when hearing him in those recordings and stuff. It was really hard. But Letitia, in her sadistic arrogance, she said, and when the truth comes out, there's going to be a lot of people apologizing to me. You can say it, but it doesn't make it true. Just because they're wanting you to believe them, in my opinion. Fake as can be, yes. Always wondered what she did with the boat. Did Summer leave in a boat? I believe they sold her. Well, they had a boat. Actually, do I have pictures of that boat? I have pictures of that boat. And that's interesting you said that. Jody showed pictures of a boat today, and I took screenshots of it. So the credit goes to her. I can't pull them up right now, but I can put on my community wall, or we can talk about it in our next live. But yes, they did have a boat. No real mother would think that. No real parent. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If I was Don and Candace and I knew I was innocent, I would be demanding to be cleared. Demanding. But the only thing we get is they're not cooperating in their daughter's investigation. Now, in my opinion, Ronnie Lawson doesn't say a lot. He doesn't say a lot. We know that. He doesn't say a lot. But he said that they are not cooperating in this investigation. What innocent parent, innocent person would not cooperate? They've got lawyers. They're not cooperating in this investigation. You have every right to not cooperate. That is true. You have every right constitutionally not to cooperate. You don't have to answer questions. But what parent would sit there and not cooperate with their daughter's investigation? Missing person, child, 5 years old. What parent's going to do that? Tell me. Because I know every parent in here would move, or at least try to move heaven and earth 3 times over to get their kid, to find their kid, to get justice for their kid. What about the guy D worked with said D come into work the day before Summer went missing, was crying, really, really upset. He was there and interview the guy he worked with. You're talking about Dudley. Excuse me. 1 second. Sorry about that. You're talking about Dudley. And Dudley said the day before he went missing, he had looked like he had lost his best friend, right? And that's really confusing. See, it just adds more it, you look the problem with this case is you look for more answers. uh Acres, Darlene, that's what I'm going. It's uh thank you so much. Hold on, where's the camera? Thank you so much for becoming a member, my love. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you, my love. Make yourself at home. We got the snack bar and beverages. Just ask one of the mods; they'll pour you a drink. Um, but talking about, it's like if Dawn was really upset the day before, which is ironically the same day CPS came. You see, the same day CPS came, and if he did look like he lost his best friend and he felt like something was off with Dawn, you see, that is when you get into premeditation, which is another level, another layer. You know, if it's premeditated, that means there was no accident, there was no abduction of, of any sort of stranger, you know, local or anything like that. So that's, it's interesting because, yes, Don said they came the 14th. He said almost 24 hours later, he said this just recently on Shares, Voices Behind the Wall, that 24 hours later, almost to the minute, Summer Wells, his daughter, goes missing. 24 hours after that, CPS comes again and says, we need to take the boys, which is another layer. Tell me, how often do they take children away from their parents because they have a missing child? They didn't take Brandy and Tyler's children away because they pretty much, well, first of all, they weren't neglected. They were very well taken care of. And I think they knew that they didn't do it pretty soon, pretty quickly. They didn't take, Elizabeth Smart's kids away. They didn't take Jean Bonnet, or brothers and sisters away, from the parents. So it's just these little micro bites that just kind of chip away from why there is this look of, why people question these parents, more or less. Letitia is the devil. Yes. Remember, less than a half of percentage point stranger abduction at home. Yes, Rachel. That is what I always say. So it is a 95% statistically that it is always someone in the home. Uh-oh. Hold Okay, there we go. Sorry, it was freezing up. It was freezing up. So, what's the last thing you heard me say? Okay, Michelle, celebrating 6 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 6 month relationship. Thank you. Love you. I really do. Means so much, Michelle. Thank you. It really does. Thank you. No, I'm not on the phone. It's just my computer. It's like it's over here smoking pretty much because I've got so many programs running. Can I repeat the last 7 minutes? Perfect. Great. Seriously. So I'm sitting here like I'm basically doing sign language, like, Oh my God. So did you guys hear me? It was a bonding moment in chat. That's hilarious. That's so funny. I'm a dork. I can't help it. I'm a dork. Um, God, I just 95%. Where is my phone? It's right here, right beside of me. Oh, but it's on silent. There you go. Now call me. Lordy be. You've been having a solo conversation. Okay. Perfect. All right, intermission. So, but I was just saying the 95%, you know, add everything, their location, where they live. Um, the basement doesn't have any windows around it. You can't see inside of it. The mother had, got charged for, you know, intentional child neglect, her first child while she was pregnant with her second child. Her third child she was delivering uh, while she was literally methed out giving birth. Dawn has lived with two of the most violent ex offenders that you can possibly think of. If you haven't seen that live of mine, y'all, it's disturbing. It's one of the hardest lives I've ever had to do, honestly. And Don admitting to doing things to his sisters, Don saying that he's been in hotels that has horrible things that have happened to children. Then you have Don saying his own daughter has been AR'd multiple times. She took it like a champ. She didn't go whining. You have all of that and then more. I can go on. You're already at 95% chance that it's someone in the house, a parent, or someone that knows Summer or knows of Summer. And after all of that, with the history that I just told you, to me, you're up to like a 98.9%. Was Dodson at the Christian concert playing flute music? I don't know. I'm sure David Dodson is a nice guy, but he just kind of, I don't know. I don't think he did anything. Can you please text Justin the chat alert? Is that a boy or girl? Cannot find it. I am curious. She may already have. Cassie. I apologize. Um, no, she hasn't yet. Dear, but I don't think Jackie did anything personally. I don't think Flute Guy did anything in my opinion. These are all my opinion. Um, I don't think Cotton did anything personally, or Fred. Um, I think it is right up on 110 Ben Hill. I sent it. I just sent it to you. Okay, let me guys show you this child alert. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Let me get to my email real quick. We have to stay strong for these kids, y'all. It's really, really crazy. I mean, I feel like it's to the point, like in the sorry something went wrong. Why are you saying that about my life? uh Let me make sure that link is working. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Thank you for all being here this evening. I do appreciate your time. So TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, has issued an endangered child alert has been issued in Leela Joy Tittle and Gabriella Prophet on behalf of Orban County Sheriff's Office. Both are 16 years old. They were last seen around 7 a.m. Eastern in Mayfield, Kentucky, and may currently be in the Knoxville area. Layla and Gabriella are believed to be with Tyler Lee Pugh. He is a 28-year-old, 6 foot, 130 pounds with brown eyes, brown hair, and is known to wear eyeglasses. A warrant for contributing to the delinquency of a minor has been issued for Pugh. Pugh is believed to be driving a 2011 red Ford Focus with Tennessee tags 586 B as in boy GYM Jim, the last three 586 B sorry GYM 586B GYM. Layla Joy Tittle is 5'4", 120 pounds. She has hazel eyes and dark brown hair. Gabriella is 5'7", 162 pounds. She has blue eyes and brown hair. If you have any information that could help in the search of Gabriella, Layla, and Pugh, or you have seen the vehicle, call the Orban County Sheriff's Office at area code 731-885-5832 or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Why is this so big? So this is Tittle. it's so damn big. That doesn't help at all. Okay. Okay, here's the car. That's a Focus. This, you can tell they have gotten this off of a traffic camera. This, okay, this is the actual car for sure, because that's the license plate. Anybody want to screenshot that? I see you if you want to drop that link in chat. And how does this creep? I don't know. It's on this weird thing, probably. What did I do? Okay. I don't think Dotson is the devil we're looking for. Yeah, I don't either. I don't think Dotson. The creep, I hope, sees him. Yeah. That's. There is a lot of offenders that are out there now. Oh, I want to show y'all something before I go. Jody put these out earlier, and full credit goes to Jody for this. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, let me find it. This is because you always hear Dawn saying, things all the time like, we barely knew Jody, and just ridiculousness, which is common for him, right? But Candace would call Jody and ask for, and she said this very on, that ask for health advice, more or less. And Candace said, do you know what a spider bite looks like, the first stage of it? And Jody said, depends on what spider, and venom each is different. I can maybe tell from a pic. Candace says, okay, if you're it is Jody Sue says, it is looking like a hole or like a bad bruise, question mark. And then she sends a picture, and you can see right here, this is really bad on Summer's poor toe. Like, it's big. You can tell it's popped, slants there. It was all pussy. Then I popped it. Now a hole. They know each has a different version of the story. Poisonous badger in the South. Yeah, but it's hard to tell in this, but right here, it's literally, it's separating her toes. Like, it's touching, it's that big. It's on the side of her toe. And I asked Jody what this was for because I didn't understand the context. So I want to be clear. I don't understand the context of this. She says, I don't think so, but wanted to be sure. This F is trying to murder everything over here. Can you share my post I just put up? But thank you. I will get the boys. Which I think Jody was saying that
one of them was in the hospital. I don't know if it was, I don't know if she was saying it was Dawn or Summer that was in the hospital, but she was taking care of the boys. Jody was for, you know, while someone was in the hospital. I think it was Summer, but I don't want to say that and be wrong, so I don't know. And here they're talking like about a dog. Um, and there's, you know how, um, what's his name? Dudley. You know how Dudley said Don wasn't paying him. He was not paying him. Well, here's some text that Candace says to Jody Sue that Don is taking money out of his paycheck, out of someone's paycheck that Don was working with. Just let you know that if Don will work with you and screw you over with your money, can you imagine what he did to his people he may have owed moolah to? Think about that. Think about that. If he'll do this with people he's working with day in and day out, that he has to physically face and hand over that check. Think of this. It says car new, Donnie taken it out of his check, LOL. And then Jody Sue said, LOL, that should really piss them off, LOL. She's just going with Candace, and it says, it has, that's why this is happening, LOL. And then Jody Sue tells her, well, if he got a paper check, that's actually illegal by federal law to take money he owed you out. But since it's construction and it's most likely cash, then, there's not a way that they can really prove it. Oh crap, where did that go? And car, truck, older. Yes, she's owes me 100. Donnie 100. So, but Don and Candace, I guess, wanted to piss him off for some reason, which is interesting. And this is the door that obviously Summer was supposed to be taken from or whatever. This was TBI photos. Here's TBI photos of the dogs. Look at there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs laying around. 5 dogs. June 15th. Oh, Washington County thing. I might do that one in my next live. I see you. Appendicitis. I don't think it was appendicitis or anything like that. I thought the dogs went on vacation well. According to Dawn and Candace, they went on vacation. That's the thing. That's the thing about this case. You got 2 lying parents that are crazy to begin with. And then you've got this story about a watering hole. Something could have happened at the watering hole. Something could have happened in a hot car. There could have been an accident at the house, a roof, a stairs. Um, you know, there's so many different things. There's so many layers to this that you just really don't know. And it's so frustrating. Wasn't saying Don was in the house or Candace heard her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, we have talked, I don't know if it was us, maybe it was ICU, about the person, one of the witnesses who saw Candace at the school, Summer, and the woman that worked at the gas station who said that Candace has hauled off and hit the kids and stuff. So it just one thing after another. Always, always. Guys, it is 9:40. I've got to wind up. I apologize. I will be live tomorrow morning at some point. It'll be before noon. So if you're up in the morning and want to join me on my other channel, Clutch Them Pearls. It's where I let my hair down. It's where I let my wigs down over there. Sometimes I put my wigs up. Sometimes I put them in ponytails. Um, Sometimes I don't have a wig, but it's called Clutch Them Pearls. Join me over there. I appreciate you all spending your time with me, learning about this, discussing it, getting your ideas, your input. I learn as much from you guys and vice versa. I appreciate you all. Justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. God bless each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I truly mean it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Good night.